Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is yours truly, the real Sack right here, and today we are doing another reaction video that's non-Pokemon related, and this one is going to be about the 10 awesome cartoon shows that were canceled for the dumbest reasons. When I first saw this, I was already ready to react to this, and this is by Official Life Facts. So go subscribe to them if you have not, and because I see they've made a whole bunch more videos concerning my favorite shows when I was growing up. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going over 10 awesome cartoons that got canceled for the dumbest reasons. Number 10, Green Lantern the Animated Series. Green Lantern the Animated Series premiered on the Cartoon Network in 2012 and only lasted one season before getting canceled in 2013. It was a cartoon featuring Hal Jordan, a test pilot from planet Earth, the first human being to join the Green Lantern Corps. The Green Lantern Corps was an extragalactic police force that has to keep peace and justice throughout the entire universe. Jordan travels through the galaxy, across planets and stars with his counterparts Kilowog, Aya, and the Razor the Red Lantern. Their mission was to fight the evil wherever it is in the universe to protect all life forms. This awesome cartoon was cancelled for quite possibly the dumbest reason yet. It did not sell enough toys. Cartoon Network's Green Lantern line of toys for the show was not doing so well, although the show was popular and ratings were high. Instead of giving the show and toy line another season to grow, the network just cancelled it. Number 9,
That's
Doug.
crazy.
The show Doug had a very simple premise. An 11-and-a-half-year-old boy named Doug lived his life and wrote about it in his journal. Doug, his family, and his dog named Porkchop moved to a new town where he met his new friends Skeeter, Patty, Roger, and Beeb. He writes about his life in his journal, sometimes imagining himself as a superhero named Quailman to help himself figure out difficult situations and decisions.
I used to draw him.
On Nickelodeon in 1990 and was canceled in 1994 after 52 episodes. Although still a popular fan favorite, they canceled it because they claimed it was too expensive to continue. Disney then picked up the series, but promptly fired the voice of Doug in order to keep costs down and make the show budget more manageable. The show lasted 3 years with Disney, but it was cancelled once again after it failed to show the same ratings as before. Many fans said that once the show moved to Disney, it lost its sparkle and the Nickelodeon version was much better.
I bet it was.
Decided to keep the original voice of Doug, who knows what would have happened. Number 8, Megas
It would have been better.
XLR.
Would have been better.
Megas XLR was a show that was put on Cartoon Network by fans to become their next cartoon. It premiered in 2004 and only lasted 2 seasons.
I loved this show.
The show was set in a distant future in the year 3037. It's centered on two teenage slackers, Coop and Jamie, who find a robot named Megas from the future that had been lying in the New Jersey junkyard for 60 years. Coop, who is a mechanic, modifies the robot and renames him XLR, Extra Large Robot. They must defend the Earth from an evil alien race. At the time, the Earth was losing a war with the alien race, and they decided to use the modified robot as a powerful war machine. Although fans voted for it and loved it, the network decided to cancel it to give more airtime to other similar executive-backed shows. A bad move by the network because the ratings were high and the fans were loving it.
Right!
Number
Why
7,
would you cancel
Danny
it?
Phantom. Danny Phantom debuted in 2004 on Nickelodeon. It focused on a teenage boy, Danny, who was a typical shy wallflower type kid.
Love
He
Danny
became
Phantom.
half ghost, half human after making his way inside a ghost portal after accidentally blowing up his parents' lab. In episodes, Danny had to navigate life as a teenage boy while also dealing with being a ghost and having some very cool paranormal powers. Only his two best friends, Samantha and Tucker, knew his secret. It started out with high ratings, but they started to dwindle since the show was competing with huge shows such as SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents. Despite the dwindling ratings, there were many diehard fans of the show who continued to watch. However, the show was very expensive to make and executives decided the cost was just too much and they canceled the show in 2007. If they were able to keep the cost low, there would have been a different outcome. Number 6, Invader Zim. Invader Zim was one of Nickelodeon's most funny and most random series ever. It premiered in 2001. The show followed an alien named Zim who was sent on a mission to conquer planet Earth and enslave its citizens. He came from a planet called Urk with his malfunctioning robot servant named
Gur.
GIR. Gur. I don't really remember, to be honest with you guys.
He has
He
Gur.
manages to fit in with other school children on Earth, but one boy ends up seeing through his disguise. He's antagonized by a young paranormal investigator named Dib, who is determined to stop Zim from succeeding. Nickelodeon's goal for the show was to attract an older teen audience after the kids' show ended for the day. However, the show ended up attracting too many adults, and Nickelodeon wasn't happy about that.
What?
That was not the vision they had for their network. They decided to cancel it before the end of
That's
the show's
so
second
stupid!
season, despite its popularity. Some of the second season episodes were never even aired. Number 5,
That's
Real
so
Monsters.
dumb. Why?
Real Monsters was a show on Nickelodeon from 1994 through 1997. It was a silly show about 3 monster friends who were children attending monster school to learn how to scare humans.
I love that
The
show.
episodes were focused on them completing assignments in order to learn how to be a good scarer. Often, their attempts to learn how to scare did not turn out as planned. After some time, the show had a drastic change and started bringing in darker elements. Executives thought it was too much for children to handle, so they had the writers tone it down and
Oh
make it
my
similar
God.
to other children's shows that were popular at the time. In reality, kids loved the darker version of Real Monsters.
Exactly.
And the tamer version started losing viewers. If they had just kept it a little bit darker, it would have become even more of a success with children, and it wouldn't have been canceled in the first place. Number 4, Animaniacs. Animaniacs premiered
yes.
in 1993 on the Fox network and was a big hit with entire families. Adults loved the witty jokes, and children loved the silly humor and slapstick comedy that was a hallmark of Animaniacs.
It was the
The
hallmark
show
of comedy.
featured a large cast of characters, including Wacko and Yakko,
I
and
loved
their
that.
sister Dot. 3 siblings who have a wonderful time creating havoc in the lives of everyone they meet. Everything went downhill after Warner Bros. Took over Animaniacs. The Warner Bros. Put it in the time block intended for children, and they quickly lost half of their audience. The ratings were still somewhat high because of lots of children still watching, but the show wasn't doing what WB expected. They started to slow down production of the show until finally canceling it in 1998. Number 3, Young Justice. Young Justice
Oh,
was
and
a
this.
phenomenal series that ran for only 2 seasons on the Cartoon Network in 2010.
Everybody was
It was
pissed about
focused
this.
on
I
teenage
was.
superheroes and sidekicks trying to establish themselves while also dealing with normal teenage issues. Young Justice was an adaptation of the entire DC universe. Due to the mostly even amount of male and female superheroes with strong storylines, it was a big hit with boys and girls alike. However, executives decided that it was targeting the wrong audience and promptly canceled it halfway through the second season. The primary reason was that there were too many girls watching it and they wanted it to appeal to boys. The
Suck!
reason they didn't want it to appeal to girls is because they thought that girls don't buy toys. Another great show canceled for a very dumb reason. Number 2, Pinky and the Brain. Pinky and the Brain was a show on the WB about 2 lab mice whose genes had been spliced. The Brain was a genius and Pinky was pretty much insane. Episodes showed that each night the 2 would come up with a plan to take over the planet Earth.
Oh, I
before
love
the
this
next
show
morning.
too.
The show ran
I loved
from
all the cartoon
1995
shows.
through 1998.
All of them.
At the time, the show The Simpsons was extremely popular, so executives decided on a concept to change and copy The Simpsons.
Why?
They decided to add a third main character named Elmira. The show's name was changed to
I hate
Pinky,
Elmira.
and the Brain. After that change, it only lasted 13 more episodes, with its popularity dwindling.
Oh,
An
wow.
awesome show was ruined and canceled due to the executives' desire to copy someone else. And
That's
number
what happens
1,
when you stick to
Hey
your own-
Arnold. Hey
stick to your
Arnold
own
was
material.
A hugely successful
And then
cartoon
this.
that was on Nickelodeon
We just
from
had the movie.
1996 through 2004. It was centered around a 4th grader named Arnold. Arnold lived in a multiracial boarding house
Mm-hmm.
with his grandparents and a crazy assortment of friends and neighbors in a fictional big city. The episodes focused on him navigating big city life. The creator of the show, Craig Bartlett, wasn't finished with Hey Arnold when he ended up in a contract dispute with Nickelodeon. At the time, Bartlett was in high demand and wanted to work on projects other than what he was doing for Nickelodeon. However, Nickelodeon wanted him to work exclusively for them. Nickelodeon refused to budge, and this caused Bartlett to leave the network while Hey Arnold was still on the air, effectively ending the show. And that is it for the video, guys. As always, thanks for watching.
Oh,
We
that's
hope
so
y'all enjoyed.
dumb.
If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later.
That's so dumb. That That's honestly so dumb. Why? All of that. Why? Why? The whole thing behind Young Justice. So what if a whole bunch of girls liked watching Young Justice? It was a great show. That's the same logic with the Powerpuff Girls, and everyone was getting upset because it was more than just girls liking it, because it was, supposed to be a girls like show, because the three little girls were a part of the main cast. I want you to know I love the Powerpuff Girls. I love the Powerpuff Girls. That show was lit. That's why everybody was watching it. It was so fun. It was so fun to watch. Why are we getting into this habit where stereotyping a show because a certain type of other audiences are watching it? As long as someone's watching it, it's fine. If you have a big audience of people, regardless of whether they're boy, girl, or middle aged or young and old, you should not be having a problem with that. Who has an issue with what someone else is watching on TV? Who has an issue for that? Like seriously, if I had a stipulation where you could only watch my channel if you were like 10 years old, then that would be dumb, because there are more than just 10-year-olds that are on YouTube that watch YouTube stuff. There are more than people who are above 10 years old that watch videos. That's why everyone is so baffled by what YouTube's trying to do to appeal to kids. Because it's more than just kids that watch this doggone website. It's more than just kids. So why not adapt to everyone? Why be only segregated to just to one thing, when you can be segregated to a whole bunch of things and have more profit? If all you're worried about is getting more profit, then why are you only targeting this one audience? This and TV. Why are you only targeting one audience? For what? For what reason? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any type of sense to me. Especially with the whole thing about Danny Phantom. And Invader Zim. So what if older people are watching it? The fact that older people are watching it is making it successful. Means that it is successful. You are successful in this show. I will take, if I was a producer of my own show and my main target was kids, but it turned out that more than just little kids were watching it, that liked it and enjoyed it, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Invader Zim was one of the funniest but disturbing shows ever, because there was some scenes in Invader Zim that went past the bar, that made it like that. And to be honest with you, it's their fault for doing that. If your target is supposed to be for kids, why don't you make something for kids? Be all happy-go-lucky. Invader Zim was never happy-go-lucky. It was always about Zim doing these raunchy, crazy things, and then ending up messing himself up in the end. The next episode, he tries something else. Same thing with Our Real Monsters. If your goal was to attract kids, why would you make a show like that? Just for kids, and not make it for teens, kids, and adults. Nickelodeon, what is your problem? It seems like it was just Nickelodeon, having Nickelodeon in this whole thing. And then the whole thing with Cartoon Network, both Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon have messed themselves up completely. Their fan base is messed up, all of it, because they don't know what they want to do. Whether they want to do live shows, whether they want to do shows that have absolutely no intro, no plot point, nothing. Excuse me. Shows that have what's the one I'm looking for? They don't spark any interest. Shows that do reboots off of old shows, when all you should do is just have freaking reruns on your channel. That way, everybody could be watching it. Just remaster the episodes, put them back on the channel as reruns, and boom, there you go. Boom, there it is. But because the whole crap about these people that think they know everything, including the FCC, thinking that, oh well, this isn't really doing well to kids, so we should take this away from them. That's why y'all not doing as good as you were. That's why you're getting these BS ratings. That's why nobody watches your stuff no more. And watch, once like them shows, them really good shows like Adventure Time and all that, once you get rid of that, that's it. There's no need to be watching your channel anymore. And yeah, you're gonna only be attracting those little kids, but once those little kids grow up, they'll stop watching your stuff. They'll stop watching your shit. The same thing with when they rebooted the Pop-Up Girls. Everybody was heated about that. Everybody was heated about when they did Teen Titans Go. Who asked for that? Nobody asked for that. All what we asked you for was to put Teen Titans and all those other shows that we love back on Cartoon Network, not reboot them where we do the entire cast and think that was gonna be okay. It is not. It's not gonna be okay. And until y'all realize that, your channels will never be the same. It will never go to the way it was. You're not gonna get the type of money you were getting. You was rolling in. You're not gonna get that no more. What you're gonna be getting is that mediocre stuff. And watch, you plus and another thing is, you think that parents are really the parents who loved watching Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. You really think they're really gonna subjectify their kids to watching them channels? You think I'm playing? You really think that us 90s kids who love those shows are not gonna show them what we grew up with and have them start watching that? Because it's not impossible to do. All we gotta do is just find the episodes, and bam, shoot, Netflix had some of those. You can find them on the internet. You can find the shows on the internet now. You can just look it up, and bam, there it is. Bam, like that. Y'all messing up for yourselves. You think these parents are stupid? They're not stupid. And they're thinking they're just gonna buy into your crap. No, they're not. But anyway, I'm sorry for ranting like that. That just really got me heated, because knowing that the shows that I loved got ended over some BS like that just made me upset. And now I'm stuttering because I'm upset now. Now I'm upset because of them. Thanks a lot, y'all. Thanks a lot, Cartoon Network. Thanks a lot, Nickelodeon. You're doing great. You're doing great. Anyway, y'all, thank you guys so much for watching this. If you did enjoy, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go subscribe to this channel, Official Life Facts. Watch a lot of their videos. I know I'm gonna be watching some more of those. Until then, you guys, this has been the Real Sakurai, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.